Greetings and welcome to another dog training video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Bosco. Bosco is a big dog who's in my way. Bosco's a big boy. He's about 6 years old. He's got dog aggression issues that have gone on for a long, long time. Bosco used to live with another dog who I had previously trained named Captain, and he passed away. And according to Bosco's owners, he derived a great deal of security from Captain. And his issues started to become more pronounced after Captain passed. So it's not enough that Bosco is aggressive towards other dogs, but he'll react by biting his handler when he's feeling stressed. So he's bitten a number of times, and unfortunately his owners trained him with someone else prior to him coming into training with me, and that trainer's advice was to hit the dog with water balloons when he acted out in aggression, which I'm sure everyone is just shaking their head in disbelief as I was. It of course didn't help the problem, and if anything, it made it worse, and then resulted in Bosco not wanting to go for a walk. So he'd see the leash come out, and according to his owners, then he would run and hide because he was afraid he was going to get hit with water balloons. I want to emphasize that his owners are really nice people, and they were kind of at their wits' end when they tried this. And it was really just an act of desperation, and it was their mistake trusting someone who was a so-called professional dog trainer, and just really led them down the wrong path. So what I'm going to show you with Bosco is that he'll be obedient for me. We don't need to get him to do a lot of things. He just needs to focus really well. So it's not like he has to have a huge repertoire of commands. You'll certainly see dogs in other videos of mine doing much, much more than he's doing. We just need him to do a few basic things really well. And we're trying to de-stress the dog, right? A lot of our training is centered around de-stressing the dog. So first thing I had to do with him was teach him that things are going to be okay and he can trust me. Nothing bad is going to happen to him. I'm not going to let him hurt any other dogs, and I'm going to work to gain his focus and his trust and just teach him a new way of doing things, especially because he had those bad experiences with the water balloons. So what I'm going to show you in the video is me working with Bosco alone, with no muzzle on, and then me putting the muzzle on and showing how he is with his muzzle, because that was a big part of our training, was teaching him to accept the muzzle and that the muzzle isn't necessarily a bad thing and it's not meant to add any stress or pressure to his life. And then finally him working in muzzle around another dog. And what I want you to look for is the continuity in his focus and his obedience, and also in his attitude. Okay, because to me the two go hand in hand. Okay, I want the focus and the obedience, and I want the control, but I also want the dog at the core of what we're doing to feel safe and to know that he has to respect his limits with me, but that I'm always a fair guy, and that there's never any danger or anything bad that's going to happen to him while he's under my watch, while he's under my care. Okay, and he's a big boy. I think he's probably high 80s, low 90s in terms of pounds, and he's very, very powerful, and he's a big baby, so like right now he's going to try and sit on me. But he's just a sweet dog. Hi, Bosco, get off of me. Of course, I decide to wear a black top and burgundy pants today. Would you bug off? Come on. So that's rule number one. You want to train dogs, you have to have a good relationship with them. And you want them to trust you and to feel safe with you. And I think he's kind of making my sales pitch for me there. Hey, Bosco. Yeah. All right, let's go to work.
So as we said earlier, Bosco's a dog that's got dog aggression issues. Therefore, the problems are outside of the house, and what we're using to help him navigate on a walk now is his heel and his leave it command. So he doesn't need to do a ton of things. He just needs to do a couple of things and do them really well, especially with a dog this large and this powerful. I'm going to show you what his heel looks like, just him and me and no muzzle on the dog. Then I'm going to put a muzzle on the dog, have him do the same thing again. Then I'm going to bring a dog out and have him work around the other dog, in muzzle of course, and just show you the continuity of his obedience throughout all those different stages. Bosco heel. Good boy. He's got a really nice focus. Good. He loves touch. You can see how he's leaning in. As we get further into the training, I want the dog to remain focused with less engagement on my part. Now that you see me training him, this is not what it looked like in the beginning. There'd be a lot of praise, a lot of cheerleading. Later on, we want to see that the dog can keep his head in the game without all that extra help. Let's go ahead and put his muzzle on. Atta boy, boss. So same focused heel with his muzzle. He's not fighting it. He'll rub it into me once in a while. Of course, if he could speak, he'd tell you he'd rather not wear it than wear it. But it's not creating any additional stress or clouding his ability to work, right? That's rule number one. If you're going to use it as a training tool, you better make sure that you've gotten the dog comfortable to a muzzle first. So now we've got another dog out with us. Okay, watch his focus. The other dog will drift in and out, so they'll do her own thing. And when she comes by, watch his body language and watch his focus. So he notices her, but he stays focused on his job. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Lucy. Good boy. Good. I'm going to put this down for a minute. Just like that. Lucy. See? Look at his body language. That's a perfect picture of neutral. And if anything, he's leaning a little bit towards the social side here. You can see that relaxed mouth. Of course, he's hot, so he's panting, but even a dog that's overheating and panting is going to tense up the mouth if they're really feeling like there's going to be a confrontation. So we're seeing a neutral dog here and a relaxed dog, and ultimately that's what we want from our training, is to teach a dog to control his actions, and then therefore the emotional state will start to come more into a healthy range, and then from there we're seeing the dog come into that neutral zone.